Okay, it's time for the real reason your sales aren't where you want them to be. And it actually has nothing to do with your mindset on how you feel about your sales. It doesn't have anything to do with the quality of your products or your services. The real reason you're not where you want to be is because no one knows about your offers. You have not told them enough times to where they can decide if they want to make a purchase or not. Your offers aren't actually getting out to the people. You may have amazing digital products, services, products that you sell, anything that you do, but the problem is not enough people know about them. The disconnect here is that you talk about it every day. You might even post on social media every day. Maybe you even go live. Maybe you even, share great information. Maybe you even write awesome emails. The problem is that most people only see one little bits and pieces of the little things that you do. To you, you feel like you're doing so much, but they don't. So if you're not getting your offers out in front of your audience enough times, they're not going to purchase because they don't really know who you are and what you have for sale. They don't know how they can work with you. And if you only mention it like once, every once in a while, they might have not been watching that day. So while you were like, wow, I went big today and told people what it is that I do, and I even pitched something, they missed it that day. So then they have to wait for months, weeks before you decide to tell people what it is you have for sale. Now, sometimes it looks like this. Maybe you'll do a post on Instagram, or maybe you'll even run a Facebook ad and they saw one ad of you, but then they never saw you again, right? So where's the retargeting campaign if you're someone that does ads? And if you're just doing Instagram, maybe you threw up a story one day, maybe you threw up a post, but that was one time where you shared about an offer that you have. In marketing, there's a general rule of 7 that somebody needs to see your offer, your face, your offer, whatever it is, at least 7 times before they make a purchasing decision. So if you're somebody that only sends an email like once a month or twice a month, what if they miss it that day? They're gonna seriously have to wait another month to get an email from you, which probably doesn't even have a pitch in it in the first place. And by pitch, I mean just an offer. It doesn't have to be this like long drawn out live where you're like selling, or it doesn't need to be this like long drawn out post where you're just sell. No, the reason we don't ensure that our audience actually sees our offers is that one, we're fearful. We are fearful of sounding like a broken record. When social media just got started, people were throwing out offers all the time and we're like, oh my gosh, they just keep selling. So then everybody switched and went to this of like, no, I will never sell on social media. I will never tell people what I do. It's gonna be a big secret. And if they join my email list or they're following me long enough, they will see through what it is I do. And then they will reach out to me to wanna work with me. That's just not working anymore because people need to know who you are and how you can help them very clearly. The attention span is very, very short. You've got 3 seconds for them to get your attention and then you are gone, okay? They are gone. They're moving on. And now with the Facebook feed, they're just moving on to something else and they want to refresh that feed and see what's coming up next and what's more exciting. We also don't share our offers out of fear of sounding like a broken record. We're also too afraid of annoying our potential customers because we're so focused on growing our audiences and growing our email list that we are afraid that if we say one thing wrong, then they will unsubscribe or they will unfollow and then we're starting over again. But the reality is that is just simply not the case. That is simply not the case. And even your email list, okay, the average open rate is around 20%. So what about the other 80% that never opens that one email where you actually decided to give them an offer? So what do we need to do? What do we need to do in order to ensure that people see our offers? Well, for one, we need to create a system. We need to create an entire system, which is very easy to do. It's not an elaborate process here. But what we need to do is just make sure that we have enough reach, which means our audience, right? Making sure that our entire audience, not just a small piece of our audience, sees our offers. So that means telling them about offers on Instagram, telling them about offers on Facebook. That means about telling offers in email. We want to cover all of our bases on a regular type of schedule here. We want to make sure that we're telling them about it. And the problem is if we don't do this and we don't ensure that people are seeing our offers, and that's true, like if you're not on the Facebook ad bandwagon yet and you want to strictly do organic, that's fine, okay? But let me tell you what you're gonna have to do. You are gonna have to be a broken record. You are gonna have to say things a lot of times because your organic reach is gonna be very small. So on Facebook, you're looking at about 10%. Instagram, some posts can get 10 to 20% these days, but either way, there's another 80 to 90% of your people aren't seeing what it is you're saying. So if you're only doing organic, then you're gonna need to say it a lot. You're gonna need to go live every day. You're gonna need to be posting every day, even just for one offer, just to let people know about what it is you have for sale. So that's possible, but you're gonna have to sound like a broken record, okay? Or you can do ads, which will help you so you can get that information out to more people. And that's only, you only have to say it once and then they will, like after I'm done with this particular live, I will then ensure not just 10% of my audience sees it, but I'm going to make sure that all of my audience sees it, right? And the biggest thing about this is that you have to be able to present your offers regularly in a way that feels really good, right? Because if you just have a static post of your offer, that would get real annoying, right? Like if you just had a picture every day of your coffee and then your offer, like that is not a compelling, that's not giving enough value to where you can then ask for a sale. So what you need is a selling mechanism that is going to be able to do this on a regular basis to where you can actually sell every day if you want to. And I teach that inside the 15-minute marketing method. And I also teach that to my private clients too. And I let you know, if you were on my email list, that I have 2 private coaching spaces left that are available. So if you need help figuring out how to sell your products and services in a way that doesn't feel like a broken record, in a way that feels natural, in a way that is really just inviting your potential customers to take the next step with you, those are the things that I teach, okay? So I have 2 private coaching placements available that are left right now. I started with 6 in October. I have 2 left. So you are now welcome to apply for that. I'll put the link in here. And if you want more information about the 15-minute marketing method, you can DM me for that too. Otherwise, make sure you're in my free group, the Work From Anywhere Business Club, because these are the type of things we are talking about on a regular basis. And I hope that today that you will present your offer, that you will let people know how they can take that next step with you. Because it's not just about pitching what it is you have for sale. It's about really getting connected with your ideal client and then asking them to take the next step. The problem is most people don't do that enough, and that's why your sales are lacking, okay? You're not asking them to take that next step with you, and you don't have a method to do it in a way that feels good, in a way that feels natural, in a way that feels that they're really taking that next step if they need you, right? So let's learn how to do that better if that is something that you're struggling with right now, okay? Links are in the comments. I will talk to you soon. Have an awesome day, and see what I did there? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right.